Yes, yes, my chocolate-coated cuzzy wuzzy. This is Johnny Massacre coming at you live, direct, fast and hard from Tokyo at 6:29 in the morning. This is the cheeky live stream number 185, a place where the brief is quite simply to be excellent to each other, much like Bill and Ted said. This is my vlog where I just chat nonsense and talk about what's on my mind. It could be about raving, music, DJing, Tokyo, food, movies, video games, modern and retro, philosophy, religion, politics. It could be fucking anything, cuzzy. I am jet lagged to fuck and I definitely shouldn't be here. But this is my one creative endeavor that I can invariably sit down and see through to its end, unlike all the other ones in my life. Because life gets in the way sometimes, doesn't it? But I just thought, yeah, I'll do this. I'll do the vlog. I need to clean my apartment because I got back 2 days ago. And I have a few stories for you. I got a few stories. But the politics is mental. The Greenland thing is just fucking hilarious, bruv. Seriously, like, it's the funniest shit ever. People, even if you think you're a centrist and you can discern through the news, just the general noise, like low background noise of like BBC News and all the kind of mainstream media outlets in the UK does kind of have an effect, and you know what you're supposed to think at all times. And people in the UK are getting all combative against Trump, the leader of the free world with the biggest military, who runs the only country that's founded upon true free speech principles, the only thing that's going to basically save your ass when the big progressive blob encroaches upon your own freedoms and liberties. People are not happy with that. People want Greenland to remain under the umbrella of the communist EU, an organization, an unelected shadow government, another layer of bureaucracy for cucks who love government and bootlicking so much they want another government for their government, who wants open fucking borders, who wants 100% tripling down on green energy, tanking your economy and making everything awful. With the open borders will come crime, migrants, destruction of all the things that make your country great: culture, economy, values, absolutely everything. They're pro-censorship. They want to censor X. They want to destroy X. They want to regulate everything up the wazoo. They can't even let you drink a bottle of water without fusing the cap to the bottle. You want to trust those other mate Uckafes in charge of Greenland and world security when they've already let the enemy into past their own borders at the expense of their own people, and you're paying for it over Trump, the leader of the free world, managing Greenland and sticking and parking a golden dome out there? You got to be fucking out of your goddamn mind. So anyways, that's going on, and that's all I had to say about that. Democrats are completely insane, and they're basically now at the it's happening and it's good stage of affairs. So now, I've been saying this for ages, and Elon Musk, credit to him for bringing this to the world's attention. The Democrats' main policy is simply to import a permanent voter base, a socialist underclass of criminal economic migrants who are going to vote for the benefits paid for by you every single time. And if that happens, then you'll never get another leader of America again, or leader of your country that's not a hard leftist socialist. That's their program. It's out in the open. It was a conspiracy theory, and now it's happening, and it's good. That's what's happening all over America. So Abigail Spanberger, elections have consequences. She basically replaced Youngkin, I think, as governor of Virginia. And she's now put all these things through in the municipal senate or whatever it is that are extremely radical. She's basically raised taxes across the board on everything. She's trying to redistrict the congressional map from something like there's 11 seats. It's something like 4 or 5. I think it's 5 Republicans, 6 Democrats, to 10 Democrats, 1 Republican. And they've made it illegal. They're trying to make it illegal to hand count ballots. Everything has to be done electronically. Everything has to be done with machines. This is a woman, during her election, 99.1% plus of the vote was in, and she was trailing by something like 50,000 votes. And then suddenly they stopped the count, and then she had enough votes to win. So of course she's going to vote for things that make elections less secure. What she's doing over there in Virginia is what Democrats are going to do to the entire country. Why do people actually vote for this? Do they actually think they're going to get anything good? Do the people voting for people like her realize that they're going to have their taxes raised, and they're voting to have criminal illegals come into their state and suck off the benefits? It's fucking insane. I don't know why anyone would vote for these people. And what you're seeing there is what's going to happen to the whole of America if people vote for Democrats in the midterms and whatever happens in 2028. It's the Democrat policy now. And people are so fucking brainwashed that they'll go along with whatever the Democrat policy is just to import the permanent voter base. And the rationale for that is if you don't, you're a racist and you're fascist. Are people really that fucking stupid? Do you really want to vote to have loads of criminals in your country? I'm in Japan right now. No fucking economic migrants, no criminals, safe, fine, walk around. You never have to worry about looking over your shoulder, anything like that. Why do people continue to do this? It can only happen with a massive psyop. There's no other reason to vote for these kind of people. The mainstream media is an absolute cancer. It really fucking is. And I'm a little bit black-pilled because in order to make something good takes hundreds, thousands of years, right? It took America hundreds and hundreds of years, like world wars, to establish itself. It takes a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears to make something that great. But it takes 5 minutes to set it alight and kick it down. And you feel like Democrats are so unbelievably radical today, even compared to 20 years ago, right? Like, you know, Bill Clinton and all that lot, they'd be considered radical today. They've gone so radical that even if they don't control like the House and the Senate completely, their evil, insanely destructive policies slowly progress like inch by inch by inch, and it feels like it's nearly unstoppable. They just want to destroy everything, flood the country with illegals, raise your taxes, make energy extremely expensive, raising the cost of living for absolutely everything, implant DEI in all parts of society, whether education, culture, sport, politics, you name it. They won't fucking stop. And just be grateful that Trump is the president every single fucking day. It could all be so damn different. We were inches away from absolute hell. The Democrats are mad. And what they're trying to do over in Virginia, that's what they're going to try to do to the whole country. So, honest to God, I was never really one for nuking the filibuster, but if you're looking at what they're doing in Virginia, raising taxes, you know, making it so more illegals can come, funding healthcare for illegals, and making it illegal to hand count ballots, all that kind of stuff, they're definitely going to nuke the filibuster 100%. There's all these radical, insane Democrats doing the rounds in the mainstream media at the moment, talking about how they're going to hold the current administration to account and arrest them like typical communists. And it's going to be open borders, bruv. They're going to flood the country with voters, and they're going to destroy the country if they ever get back into power. They're definitely going to nuke the filibuster. So I say, Elon Musk is saying he's against nuking the filibuster, but he said only do it to enshrine voter ID. And as far as I understand, they can actually pass a bill now, and with a simple majority, the filibuster doesn't even come into this. With a simple majority passed through the House and Senate, they can enshrine voter ID. And that's one of the things that can stave off what might be the inevitable, or perhaps save America. So yeah, it's fucking absolutely insane politically right now. You can't imagine how crazy things are. So I just had to say that and get that off my chest. You know what I mean? It's fucking mad out there. I could do like a whole episode on it, but I just thought I'd have a quick rant and get that off my chest. So I'm aware, I'm seeing what's happening out there, and it's fucking mental, bruv. You want to see some really funny shit? So you want to see how screwed the UK is? Just got back from the UK. Great 6 weeks over there. Mate, I've only been back in Japan for 2 days. And man, I miss my family so much. Like, I woke up today and I really missed my mother. I just thought, fuck, like, she's not around, man. I miss my father. I miss my brother. It's only been 2 days. I thought, it's kind of heavy. It's heavy, man. It's heavy being out here for like a whole year and only seeing them for a short space of time. You get really used to them being around. But we're back here and we're gonna build some cool stuff. And I got the MassacreMates to keep me company, so it's all good. But lots of emotions for sure. You want to see how fucked the UK is? Right, let me fucking show you. So it is actually even worse than this picture. But this like pretty much will show you a little bit. So when you go to London airport, what is the London policy? What are they pushing? So you're greeted by this sign. This is what you're greeted with in London. That's what London is all about. England's all about. That's what the country is pushing. This is the narrative. it says, welcome, Syed Usman Shah, founder of the Date Sultan, featured on the Heathrow welcome board. So this is what England's all about. Diversity is our strength. Import unproductive people who don't bring anything to society, give them free money for votes. That's the whole British policy. You know what you see when you come into Japan at the airport? You don't see that neo-Marxist retardation. What you see is Japanese nationalist pride. You see the kawaii global cultural and economic juggernaut brand Hello Kitty on the right. You see, what's her name? That virtual singer. What's it? Mitsune or whatever her name is. Like one of the biggest virtual bands in Japan, like a massive part of their culture. And you can't really see it, but you also see, I think that's the Olympic, it's the Olympic mascot on the left. So Japanese national pride at the airport, healthy, productive. That's the outgrowth of a healthy society. But in England, you will see billboards just championing socialism, like come here for free money. People who don't add anything to society. That's what you'll see in England. You'll see Syed Usman Shah, founder of the Date Sultan. That's where England is as a visual marker. That's what you see when you come to the doorstep of England versus what you come to the doorstep of Japan. My country is in like a terminal decline and is suffering from severe like cultural malaise, economic malaise, and identity crisis.
8651 says, hey Johnny, hell yeah, Lota Mercy, glad you made it safely home.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you. I'm fucking jet lagged. So, okay.
8651 says, hey MassacreMates.
Hello, MassacreMates. Hello, Gary. My friend Gary. So what do you see in England? So like departures, millions of people see this like every month. What do you see on the signboard? Departures, toilets, and multi-faith prayer room. It's not a multi-faith prayer room. Like Christians don't go into this room. Why do they have to encroach upon fucking everything? We don't get a Christian fucking prayer room at Qatari airport. They don't put it there because they don't want to destroy their own country. We're welcome there. But they don't cater for us. They don't change their society. Basically because we won't vote for them. I'm like, man, England is so in a crazy ass place, bro. It's fucking insane.
Hey Gary.
It's fucking mad. I'm going to get angry. I'm just going to talk about video games because I'll calm down, but fucking hell, bruv. So I got back. First thing I ate was a ramen, cuzzy. This is my special super deep cut ramen. And yeah, not many people know this one. If you come and visit me out here, I'll take you here. It has shredded oyster on it. Real deep cut. Only 2 of these in Japan. I had to do it, bruv. I had to do it because I needed that umami and I just thought the ramen's going to hit the spot. Yesterday, last day, diet is actually in effect now, but I had one more ramen. Big boy tings. Butayama. Look at this. That's all bean sprouts. It's called moyashi in Japan. 5 massive pieces of pork belly chashu, soft as fuck, with the ramen egg on the right. And once you eat the bean sprouts, something milkster. When you eat the bean sprouts, it looks like that. Look how many noodles I got. 450 grams. Food pictures are cringe, but look, that's how we do. So I went on a date before that. I went to a cocktail bar, had a few cocktails. Man, this...
8651 says, don't get mad, just get even, lol.
Dude, I'm coming to America. I'm actually putting the wheels in motion. I'm already chatting to my friend who's got his restaurant out there. I'm like, mate, listen, I'm setting it up. Dude, it's over. The donuts are over. I'm on the verge of getting fat. If I stop now, it's going to be okay. So went on this date yesterday. I hit the ground running. It's funny. My dad, he said he'd go to war with America if like Trump tried to take Greenland. So it felt like my dad thinks they'll actually attack. So I sent my dad a massive fucking like message today, like political message. This is what I sent my dad. I said, really miss you. Looks like Trump is about to do a deal for Greenland, like I said. So my dad was talking about war and I said, Dad, he's not going to go to... This is the thing. People, even if you think you can sift through the kind of the narrative that's propagated relentlessly by the mainstream media, it just embeds itself in your mind and programs you how to think. You know what you're supposed to think at all times. You just get the message from the blob, right? So my dad actually thought that Trump's going to attack Greenland. And I'm saying, you know, I know Trump. You don't know Trump. Trump wrote a book called Art of the Deal. I've even seen him when he was about to become president the second time. He said, this is what I do. I do deals, when he's talking about negotiating, not business, but political things. That's his whole crux. Most peaceful president in more than a lifetime, a generation. He doesn't start wars. He does deals. So what he's doing in Greenland, he's making a deal. Everyone else is buying into this narrative like America's bad and America's going to attack. No, that's not what's going to happen. So I said to my dad, looks like Trump is about to do a deal for Greenland. Like I said, Europe went hard left long ago and is in terminal economic decline. They're anti-free speech and antithetical to world freedom. The EU is the absolute worst of the woke project, and I mean the worst. It's not the same as World War II when it was about liberty and what's right. It's so far beyond that now. So few then would have fought for what it's become. EU is open borders, pro-criminal migrants, pro-censorship, anti-freedom, and 100% in on green energy scam. They can't even police their own borders. America can't trust such an existential threat for world security. Hence, Trump is going to make a deal and properly secure Greenland. The art of the deal, Dad. Soon there'll be a golden dome parked on Greenland. It's basically a buffer to Russia's ICBMs. That's intercontinental ballistic missiles. Money talks. If Europe want Greenland as part of their communist blob, they need to stop anti-free market regulation and embrace America's free speech and free market principles. Then they won't have to worry about Big Daddy Trump. Until then, it's all just noise. Europe can't do anything about it because it's regulated itself into oblivion. It has no power. It relies mostly on tax for its finances, and it's in decline. Greenland should vote on who owns it, but this is a consequence of EU's massive centralized progressive malaise. Best case for you is Greenland is kept by Denmark, but America is allowed to make Golden Dome and basically run the show militarily, a la Japan. That is highly likely. I strongly recommend to ignore everything the mainstream media says on this. Trump will never take it by force. It's not what he does. It will be with a deal, tariff threats, etc. All Trump does is use economic strength to get what he wants. That's his entire playbook. So my dad's like very diplomatic. He says if Trump misbehaves over Greenland, he keeps calling it Iceland, which is a worry. Watch top European football countries withdraw from the World Cup. What shall I say to him? Then you'll have to watch the NFL. Have to watch real football. The NFL. That's funny. There you go.
Von Mabach 8651 says, Brad and Milky Tea. Mark Hatfield and it says probably put a strip mall in Greenland first, then In and Out Burger. Bradwr says,
yes.
What is a Denmark?
Yes. See what my dad says about NFL. Oh man, I fucking miss my dad. Yeah, so, okay, we're here. We're there. We're fucking everywhere. We're in Japan. My room's like a bomb went off. So I had the best ever fucking flight back to England. So got on the plane at 6:30 p.m. and was that's really great to fly at that time. I take 2 tranquilizers, but I ran out of the one that we have in Japan, and I literally had some Xanax. I've never taken a Xanax before. So it's a 14-hour flight. I waited for 6 hours. I wasn't that tired, so there was 8 hours left. And I basically wrote like notes of what I want to do when I get back to Japan. It was really solid. And I double dropped like 2 half a milligram Xanax. So a milligram of Xanax. A milligram? No. Yes. I don't know. What is it? 0.5, 5 milligrams? 10 milligrams of Xanax, I think. I don't know how much it was. Just 2 pills. And I took a melatonin. Just fucking passed the fuck out, slept for like 6 hours, woke up, slept a bit more, so nearly 8, landed, and man, I know Xanax is fucking strong, dude. I felt amazing. I landed about 5:30 p.m, felt really good. So I had the best return to Japan. So I asked an ex-say Endfrey to clean my apartment and to wear a kimono for me. So I literally walked through the door of my apartment, and there's like, the light was kind of on. So I thought, Ishe Aitme, eBay, Air they. And I came in, and erde oswe iste alge iterally lay elingne one the orfle eringway ane imonoke. It was ucking fey amazing, and my umwe was upase inkle. So clean, funny, have some fun, and just pass the fuck out. It was amazing. Great first day. Second day though, started to feel it a little bit, which was yesterday, and now it's the third day. And yeah, I slept at 11:30 last night, woke up at 4, so the jet lag's kicking in, but yeah, I need to get back on it. And I quickly converted my apartment from a clean apartment into a bomb site. There's just shit everywhere. One of my speakers is broken because of a power surge, so I need to like fucking put that in a box and send that off.
Bill Katima Kesting says, bro like in and out will agree to that. Mark Hadfield and it says glad you made it home. Bro WR says 10.
Thank you. I don't know, I don't think it's 10, it's 0.5. The thing is, it must be, I don't even know, like, is it that little?
Bill Katima Kesting says all her hard work gone.
No, I mean, it was good because the hard work cleaned my mind, is what it did. Yeah, 0.5 milligram. Is that how small it is? Yeah, of Xanax. So I had 1 milligram of Xanax. And it was different to the other tranquilizer that I've taken. Yeah, no, it was, I still feel it even today. I also took 3 milligrams of melatonin and just see you later. I have a bunch of those Xanax left, so anytime I fly, this is just my protocol. It's 3 milligrams of melatonin and a milligram of Xanax, and see you later, dude. Like, you will sleep.
Bro WR says, that's enough.
Yeah, no, it's more than enough, but it's guaranteed KO. It's not good, but I'd rather do that than, you know, when you're sometimes really fucking tired, but you can't sleep on the plane, because obviously it's not like lying in a hammock. That said, I got that. Do you remember I talked about that magic plane, bruv? The JAL, Japan Airlines plane that's new and it's massive and loads of legroom. I got it again. It's the best plane, and the headrest, you can kind of move it around. It's amazing.
Says, welcome back, Mr. Johnny. Hello, chat.
What's up, my man? I miss you, mate. You're like my new favorite person on the channel. Always good vibes from you. You shouldn't have favorites, really. So I went on a date last night with this girl, and all you need to, like, I'm not judging, because actually I really like tattoos. She had a lot of tattoos. Dude, she had a fucking tequila tattoo on her wrist. Yeah, that tells you everything you need to know. But yeah, she's a bartender, so that's quite cool. But that's pretty intense, man. Yeah, no, I can't. Someone who's dedicated their life to alcohol, I can't. I'm sorry, but she was kind of nice. It's kind of fun. I had a little chat, but you know, when you, it was really awkward, because I said, yeah, it's just, I find it really hard to have conversation with people in Japan, just because the culture is really different. And I was also talking about, just in England, some of my old friends, some of them now, it's harder to have a conversation because it's just, we're on different paths. Conversation dries up. I don't know if it's me or them or what the fuck it is, but you know what I mean? And I said that. And you know, when you say that to someone and then you realize you planted a seed in their mind that, oh, he's really conscious of shitty conversation, so now I have to have a good conversation. I shouldn't have said that, because it started to get a bit weird. But I'm happy I went, because it's just, fuck it. Just, I don't know, like, let's try to have a life and not be a recluse for a 5 minutes, shall we? I don't know, bro. Like, it's weird, because I really was looking forward to go back to England. It felt so good to be back. But then right at the end of the England trip, I was kind of ready to go back to Japan. And I love England. A few things were not annoying me, but kind of getting used to it. So when I got back to Japan, I felt, oh, this is so good. Had a ramen. Oh my God, mate, the food here it's the best in the world. That's it. And it's not even close, honestly. So loving that, loving the vibes. And I felt, yeah, this is right. I'm back here. This is the right place to be. But then, like, yesterday I was on the train. It's fucking busy as fucking Tokyo. There's just people everywhere, especially where I'm based, right in the middle of the city. and there's just some like stinking salary men on the train and shit. And I was thinking, fucking, I know this place is also, it also has its downsides. And then I don't know, I think I was sleeping and I woke up briefly and I just said to myself, what am I doing here? Why am I fucking here? What am I doing? I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. What am I doing here? Why the fuck am I here? But then it went away.
8651 says, Prime 1111X.
I don't know, but I just think, like, I don't know. I think this is the year for America. I have to come. I have to go. I know that's the place to be. So just a lot of emotions right now after being around my family and being in England, seeing my country destroyed.
Mark Hadfield and it says, where in America do you plan to go?
I mean, I have to live in a place like Texas, really, right? Or Florida, a place with a lot of economic growth and just no leftist pathological brain rot. I can't, something like that.
Casting says all cities suck and I have them. Third display said Badger says hey now.
What's up, Badger? How's everyone doing? I kind of feel living in California or New York would be great, and just finding like-minded thinkers out there. They're going to be amazing. So find some purple and yellows, right? In Cali and whatnot. But liberal cities are so fucked.
I meant hate. Strongly hate.
Can you imagine living in a kind of like economic powerhouse of a city that's actually libertarian and not trying to destroy itself? That sounds good.
11X says, hello Gary Von Meerbach 8651.
Prime has got the good energy. What's up, everyone? Yeah, so I need your donations more than ever. We're back in Japan, and like I did the finances last night. It's not a disaster, which makes a fucking change. It makes a fucking change, but it would really fucking help. Trying to make another $500 this month would be fucking perfect. So, as you can tell, I'm normalized. I'm not radicalized. I'm normalized. England. After that. Yeah, I'm just fucking telling it how it is.
Badger says, what about Texas?
Yeah, no, so probably somewhere like there. That would definitely work. It would definitely work. But it's fucking hot over there, right? But it's okay. It doesn't matter. I put up with it. And it's dry. It's drier, right? So, but yeah, so hopefully that will happen this year. Obviously, with your donations and stuff, it will become much more feasible.
You can't go from Tokyo to smells like piss now.
That's the thing, and people tell me in New York it's just all broken and just.
There is no such thing as a city that isn't trying to destroy itself. In California, even the small towns are horrible.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What to say? What to say?
WR says, all my exes live in Texas.
Yeah, so. This is good. I'm excited. I should just start. I thought I was just going to clean my apartment. I mean, I should do, right? I should do. It's just like a bomb's gone off. I don't know where to fucking start.
Mark Hadfield and it says, California is dying but should be making a comeback after Newsom is out of office.
Oh my God. Is that even going to happen? Do you know, I watched, the last film I watched was Conan the Destroyer, and fuck me, is that good. Fucking hell. Has anyone seen Conan the Destroyer?
Casting says you have to live in the country, but goddamn houses are expensive.
Conan the Destroyer is fucking hilarious, bro. Like, it's funnier than the first one. You know, in the first one, he punches a camel, and everyone talks about this. And I thought it's just me and close friends who find that amusing.
The new mayor in Miami now. It's over now. And the answer is yes, lol.
Actually, the camel punching scene in Conan is so famous that in the second one, they brought it back, and they kind of broke the fourth wall to tell you, like, we know you like it when Arnold punches a camel, so we're going to punch it again. So Arnold goes back into the town where he got drunk and punched a camel, which is not related to the story at all. It's just this one-off ridiculous event. He sees the same camel that he punched, and he goes, hey, in a kind of friendly way, as if to suggest he's made a truce with this camel. The camel spits on Arnold. So in the first one, he knocks it out with a right hook. In this one, he just clonks it on top of the head and knocks it out again. It's fucking hilarious. There's two monster fights in that movie where it's kind of, you know, Power Rangers was taken from I think it's Kamen Rider in Japan, and then they just changed it into Power Rangers. But the old Power Rangers type thing in Japan, with the men in the suits where they fight some monster in a suit, it literally looks like that. He fights a wizard, literally a wizard in a crystal tower, and he turns into a monster in a rubber suit. And dude, Arnold's fighting this guy in a suit. It's so funny. If you haven't seen this film, you know that wrestling move, what's it called? Windmill, where you wrap your arms around your opponent's legs and you spin around like a fucking helicopter, like a chopper blade. You just throw them. Literally, he does that to Arnold, and the camera is from the perspective of the monster, so all you see is Arnold's face going, yeah. Oh my God, is this film unbelievable. Full of hilarious quotes. Like the woman in it goes, "Nothing hurts you," and Arnold says, "Only Bane." Fucking unbelievable line. He also says, "Into the boat." He says, "Into the tunnel" in this fucking film. And there's another one that's kind of not in the kind of cult Arnold quotes, where he says "into something," which is fucking hilarious. It's a shame they didn't make a third one because it's funny as hell. And he's proper ripped in this one. He was ripped in the first one, but in this one, they really kind of show off his physique. The whole thing is just, let's film Arnold's physique. The plot is really simple. It's such a stupid film, and I love it. Conan the Destroyer. Make sure you see that if you haven't seen it. Super Sentai. Sorry.
Casting says you didn't hear about Newsom Bot, the robot they are creating to replace Newsom. WR says, Mecha Newsom.
Really?
Police Edberger says, I think the cheapest place to live is Montana, but there's nothing there lol. Milkatima Casting says, Super Sentai not Kamen Rider, what even are you? Imnatakrazifayao says, you look so happy to be back in the land of the rising sun. Good evening or good morning, whatever it is for you right now. Garivon Mabach 8651 says, I like living where I am, but sure it's to rule for you.
What's up? I'm not crazy. Do I? I didn't even realize. That's nice to hear the feedback. I saw you on the Discord going mad.
Are you going back to Holy Diver soon?
Yeah, definitely am. I went on your YouTube channel, I'm Not Crazy. Nice dance, by the way. It's good to see a fellow creative. Andy, yeah, so that's really, really, I'll be honest with you, that's at the forefront of my mind, is just playing that video game. But I have to do some work today, probably.
Not until he listens to the album.
I've got to do, I actually listened to the song, and yeah, no, whoever that guy is, he's fucking huge, right? I get it. The song is very silly, by the way. It's very silly, but it's kind of good. It's big, right? Yeah, no, that's high on the list. That's super, super high on the list of things to do. So, I was going to do it today, but I need to run and hit the gym and all kinds of things and do some work, which I really don't want to do, but I have to. So, it'll probably be tomorrow. And yeah, I think it'll be tomorrow. Let me just check if I put something in the calendar. But yeah, we'll just go back into autism mode. Just play weird video games that no one knows about, apart from a few select. Oh yeah, that we have to do that as well. What am I doing tomorrow? Basically nothing. Yeah, so I think it's going to be all day tomorrow.
Milkatima Casting says, when is 9 out?
February 26th. Coming. It's coming. It really is coming. It's coming, cuzzy. That's going to be a fucking epic stream. That's actually going to be a day one. I feel it's got to be good. I feel it has to be. Yeah, so, but that's always what, yeah. Got to send a message to my dad. Yeah. So I should start cleaning, really. I don't like, it's a bit weird if I start cleaning now, isn't it? Is it? I don't, well, no, maybe it's not. It's just like,
8651 says starting a new job tomorrow.
Oh shit. What's the job, mate? What are you doing? Mate. I
Capcom is taking my money 2 months in a row. I will not financially recover from this. Milkatima Kesting says, oh hell yeah, Gary.
I kind of want to play some video games now, but I feel like we've only got a few hours. What to play? I've got Bloodborne, but am I really going to do that now? I feel like I need to be refreshed a little bit more before I start that insanity, that craziness. Don't you? I do. It's fucking freezing.
8651 says remodeling a bathroom.
Mate, I wish you're in the UK. Need to remodel my mum's bathroom. Some of the tiles are coming off. Like, some of them are sticking out a little bit. And I wouldn't dare touching that. I'd mess that up. There's all these little things around the house. Nothing major, but just a few things. The OG von Merbach could sort that shit out in a flash, I'm pretty sure. I really, really want to listen to Trump's speech at the Economic Forum, the World Economic Forum. Dude, Trump is the best. He's the best, man. He's the best. He's making everyone brick it, all the progressives, about Greenland. He knows exactly what he's doing. Who'd have thought, like, just being a bad boy, not even a bad boy, just being a big bollocks businessman is all you really need to run the fucking world. You have to know how to make a business and run a business, and then you just run your country like a business. That's all you have to fucking do. That's all you have to do, isn't it? Pretty sure. Oh my God, dude. You know, Trump spoke for an hour and a half at the World Economic Forum. I mean, we could fucking watch. Should we just fucking watch this? Maybe we should do that.
Gary von Mabach 8651 says the speech was awesome.
Yeah, you've already listened to it. I was just going to put it on. There's a video in the UK of someone going, "What the fuck is this?" Okay. No, that's bad. Okay, I don't have to deal with that anymore. That's the one thing. Yeah, I feel like I have a good idea.
Says he's so old he's swinging a catheter bag and mogging everyone whilst doing so. It's mental.
It's right. He's fucking, like, Trump is like, how old is he? 80 years old. What the fuck? He's I don't know what. He's just a different breed. Why is he even doing this, dude? Like, he doesn't need to. He could have just fucked off somewhere. He didn't need to do any of this. It's fucking mad. It's such a mad timeline. And some people would say, why do you care about America so much? Well, every other major country is just going hard on the socialism and open borders. They're like Poland isn't, and Hungary isn't, but they can't make a difference on the world stage versus China and whatever. He's the only one. And then everyone has to bow to his tune. Do you remember that optic he got when he got all the world leaders to sit in front of his desk and he sunned them all? And now he just gets what he can do whatever he wants because America is the world's like economic superpower. Even with Greenland, he just gets what he wants. That guy, the most powerful guy who can actually make a difference and make change globally against all this fucking destructive shit, he's the one who got into power. Canada, that the opposite happened. England, the opposite happened. Germany, opposite. Australia, France, Mexico, like fucking Shinebaum. Brazil, they got Lula. Okay, it's Argentina, but they're not a world player. Isn't it fucking mad? Isn't it such an amazing endorsement of the American system? They set it up to allow the person that the people wanted. But you just wonder with all the fraud, not to get too conspiratorial, but that fuck, what's her name again? Governor of Virginia. Spanberger. I actually bookmarked this. You want to see some fuck? Like, I'll show you this. You feel like, why is the Democrat policy no voter ID, mail-in ballots, like electronic vote counts, like no voter ID. Why is it like that? And open borders, and let's just give money to people from the third world. Why are you? What? Why does anyone fight for that? No other country does that. Like, do you see Russia doing that shit? Do you see China doing it? It's fucked up because the rivals, our rivals, they don't do that shit, but they don't have free markets. So America's always on top, but still they gain so much from not just giving money away to people who haven't paid into the pot. It's the size of this I don't even know what to call it, man. This program, it's so fucking vast. Look at the fraud in Minnesota. It's just one state. And then extrapolate that to every fucking state, and then extrapolate that to like the thousands of NGOs who are all government funded across all of Europe. How has it got this bad? And then Democrats are coming out and saying they're gonna get rid of the Doge cuts and there'll be no oversight for where the funding goes. How are they able to be so brazen? Like, it's like they feel they can get away with anything, bruv. They could ask you to jump off a cliff and people would probably go, well, like maybe we should do it. How are they getting away with it, man? I just want to be left the fuck alone. I just want to be left alone. I just want deregulation. I don't want money to be given away to random people. That's all. Can we just have a more limited government, please? Please. Can we make this happen?
WR says, I'm actually going to Virginia now. Keep talking. Let's get those viewers in.
Okay, let's just keep talking. Let's keep rambling. Let's keep rambling and scrambling. There's a lot of mad shit going on. There's so much crazy shit. I don't know. There's just so many bookmarks I've got. I can't even get through it, bro. Bookmarks upon bookmarks. So what I really need to do is clean this apartment. Elon Musk is doing so much for society. It's actually insane. With all of his X posts, he's crushing it, dude.
Mark Hadfield and it says, I miss the 50s.
My God. So, like, I don't know. I came across this X post the other day, and it's pretty intense. So it shows the redistricting wars, and it says between this and Virginia, Democrats will actually have actually won the 2025-2026 phase of the redistricting wars. Because remember, Texas wanted to add 5 seats to the electoral college, and then California, I don't know if they actually got that through. I think they did, right? Because basically just all the illegals vote there. California added 5, but now other states, like Democrat-run states, they're redistricting. So according to Christian Hines on X, Democrats will have won the redistricting wars unless Indiana has a change of heart, Florida get involved, or the VRA is struck down. And if both of these states redraw Dem favoring lines without any further action from red states, Democrats will probably have a 95+% chance of flipping the House in November. They wouldn't even need to flip any of the remaining toss-up seats around the country, including several districts they're already favored to win. It's just going to impeach Trump straight away, and it's just going to be pure fucking communism, dude. Elon Musk is going so hard, though, on the midterms. This is going to be fascinating. What that guy has done, man, for the world is insane. The persistence on X says, by the way, the US Constitution explicitly states that Congress may regulate elections. With a simple majority, Congress could require photo ID, mandate paper ballots, ban ranked choice voting, require proof of citizenship, restore in-person voting. Why aren't they doing it? They need to ram that through as quickly as possible. Yeah, so in Virginia, going back to Spamberger, as soon as they've taken power, the Democrats in Virginia, they're trying to draw a 10 Democrat, 1 Republican 2026 congressional map. So it was 5 Republicans, 6 Democrats. They want 10 Democrats, 1 Republican, raise the sale tax, strict gun control. They're basically decriminalizing, removing minimum penalties for rape, murder, and theft. That's what they're going to do across all of America if they get power again. For real. I had some stats from her yeah, here we go. So listen to this, right? So when Spanberger won the election to become governor of Virginia, 99.1% of votes were counted, and 60.6% of the votes were going to Freitas, and 39.4% of the vote was going to Spanberger, the Democrat. That was with 99.1% of the votes counted. Then, over 100,000 votes for the Democrat appeared in the last 1% of the count, after it randomly paused and Republicans only got a small fraction. So we went from 60.6% to the Republican to 50.4% to the Republican, and then the Democrat was on 49.6%, and then she eventually won it. So in the last 1%, there were 200,000 votes counted, which was 99.1% of the vote, and the Republican was 60% ahead. So within less than 1% of the final ballots cast, on top of the 200,000 that had already been counted, the last... how the fuck does that work, though? Now, that can't be right. How can that... 99.1% of precincts in... Okay, here we go. Republican, 143,000. Democrat, 93. I don't understand how there can be 100,000 vote dump if that's 1% and 99%. But anyways, the Democrat got 100,000 votes within the last 1% of the votes, which is just insane. And then when they got control, they immediately try to remove like voter safety protections, and they want it all electronic, and they don't want any hand counting. I mean, go figure. And no other countries do this. It's only America that's really, really pushing for mail-in ballots and electronic. The only other country that does that is Brazil. Brazil has 100% electronic voting machines. Or even India does it like hand counted. Why the fuck does America, of all places, want to push for this electronic BS? And it's only Democrats who want to do it. And why aren't Republicans pushing through like codifying and enshrining voter ID laws? Why aren't they doing that, cuzzy?
Imnatakrasifayao says, Elon is such a silly chud, but he's doing God's work. Bradw says the falol. Milkatima Kesting says Lmayo, if it was still the 50s I would not have been able to get legally married. Bradw says, 1% black milky. Imnatakrasifayao says racism was quite bad back then though.
It was definitely worse than it is today. It was the best in the 90s, man. Race relations by miles. I can only speak for London, but it was like, yeah, it was the best I had ever seen it. Late 90s. Yeah, late 90s, early thousands, by far and away the best. Dude, you can go back, you can listen to drum and bass kind of mixtapes from raves and the MC. Most of them were black, but there was a few white ones as well. But the black MCs would get up, and often you'd hear in the lyrics, doesn't matter where you're from, and like black, white, and blah, blah, blah.
Says, I sincerely believe you.
But now it's like, it does matter. Well, it's just critical theory. We have to criticize everything until we take power over things. Like criticize the racism of the movie industry, of the music industry, of the DJ industry, of education, of science, of fucking anything, engineering. When you criticize it enough, you just take control of it. That's what they do. Criticize it, take it apart, dismantle it, take control of it.
The 50s had Captain Kangaroo.
The 50s. Oh, bruv. Yeah, it's all fucking mental. Do you know what? I remember this last year now. I remember coming back here and thinking, wow, this is kind of mad. But then within a week, 2 weeks, you're sucked into the Tokyo lifestyle again. That's what's going to happen. That's what the city does to you, man. You just start grinding. You start grinding, bruv. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking jet lagged right now. Look what I got. Look what I found now. I got my snow fox cuzzy. I got my fucking caveman. I feel this is what I need to stay warm. It's got a leg. Yeah. Look. We got that. I don't know what this was.
Imnatakrazify says life with no breaks.
Look. It's got a leg. It's got 4 legs.
Milkatima Kesting says, I'm Captain Kangaroo or my kid's IDK, which I would choose.
But you see how this is hanging off? I actually don't think this can be saved from this pelt. Like, I think that leg, there's nothing you can do to kind of stitch that back on. So I don't want to destroy this. This is so good. This is like, do you know what? We need to get some fur, cuzzy, is what we need to do. It's fucking, look at this. The leg and shit. This is how I like to roll. This is so warm. Do you know who I really miss?
WR says WTF is that dude?
It's a dead animal. Do you know what I really miss? You know who I really miss?
Milkatima Kesting says no 90s race relations were great though life was cool.
It was fucking good, man. It was really, really good. Yeah, no, it was good. Because it wasn't like it wasn't a Marxist framework of oppressor versus oppressed and victimhood. You know, I miss Jipper. I really miss Jipper. I had a moment with Jipper. I love that cat, man. I really, really.
Milkatima Kesting says which animal though?
I think I worked this out a while back. I can't remember what it is, but I think it's some kind of raccoon. I'm sure ChatGPT could tell us. But yeah, no, because when Zippy was born, I took care of it, and it definitely remembers me. And it's a weird cat. It has this fucked up look in its eye, like it's just plotting to do something menacing and bad and naughty. It's plotting, man. It's not one of those gentle floppy cats. It's very kind of wild and primal, but naughty and kind of interesting. And every morning when I see it, when it wakes up, it's kind of calmer, and it will meow a little bit and make a bit of noise, and it will come over. And I just love that cat.
Says not a Japanese raccoon.
I like the cat. Animals bring so much joy, right? Just stroking them and feeding them.
Once in the 90s, and Rooftop Limb Shelsa sorted that out.
Oh. No, I don't think it's Japanese. So I miss Jipper. Zippy's just turned 16. I don't think Zippy's going to be around much longer. And I think she needs me to be around. So I feel like kind of bad that I'm not with her. So I really want to get a pet, but that's not going to happen.
Milkatima Kesting says, God bless the rooftop Chelsis. Imnatakrazifayar says, have you been to Cat Island?
I haven't, my friend. I haven't. But I have heard of that. I think I've seen a video. It's just cats everywhere, right? Jipper. Do you know what my new animal obsession is? Is prairie dogs. Have you ever seen the Insta account of prairie dogs? They're so fucking cool, those things. They're like little potatoes. There's one of them, it's called Poppy the prairie dog. You can find it on Insta. And when the owner's a bit of a melt, but they're very, very kind to it. And the owner goes, something Poppy, and says its name, and it goes, oh, and it arches its back and throws its head back and does like an awoo. That's what prairie dogs do. I don't think they're dogs though. They look like, what the fuck are they? It looks like a rodent, but I don't think it's a rodent either. I don't think it's a dog. What the hell is a prairie dog? But they're actually really affectionate. So it can't be a rodent, because I mean rodents are kind of snuggly, but they're not affectionate, and they don't awoo. So it seems more intelligent, and it seems like a dog. It will come over to you and play with you and shit, but it's definitely not a dog. I didn't realize how fucking cool those are. Do you know what? I want to get a prairie dog.
Says, prairie dogs easily one of my favorite animals. I've seen them at zoos and they are just amazing.
They're amazing, man. And like, it's a happy medium between a dog and an otter. Otter is apparently now getting an otter in Japan is really hard. So they introduced legislation maybe 3 or 4 years ago, which kind of makes it impossible to get them now. You can't just buy them, but you have to be inside a circle. You can only have ones that are bred in Japan, and the breeding pool is so small. It's unsustainable, and they're trying to stop. But it's really interesting how it's kind of illegal to have them, but there are some animal cafes with loads of otters, so there's a loophole. But you're not going to get one, and even if you could, it costs a lot. It costs at least $10,000, probably $15,000, and you need a pool, like even like a not small pool, not a huge one, but it's a kind of medium small. I think is probably enough.
Boba meme popularized them too much. Also, they are quite aggressive, not the best pet. Milkatine says hearing a grown man say I don't think a prairie dog is a dog has sent me to another dimension. I cannot return.
It's definitely not a dog, mate. It looks like a kind of rat potato hybrid. It's definitely not a dog. Is it a dog? It's not a dog. How the fuck is a prairie dog a dog? There's no way. I put my reputation on this, right? Is a prairie dog a dog? No, a prairie dog is not a dog. It's a rodent. I knew it was a rodent. But I thought this is way too affectionate. Man, we don't...
says it's a rodent.
Closely related to squirrels. Mate, we don't give rodents enough credit because...
says they have claws like moles.
Right, they're so cute. I don't think we give rodents enough credit for their intelligence because a prairie dog is not, it's not a mindless kind of stupid animal. It's clearly a super affectionate
rodent crab.
So what, you can get a prairie dog as a pet? I feel that you basically can't.
They don't look anything like dogs, Johnny.
Yeah, look like a squirrel. They're like a chonky squirrel. They're amazing. They're so fat and cute. I love it. It makes me happy looking at the prairie dog. It's a fucking squirrel, that's what it is. And it's got this mad look in its eyes because its eye is black. It doesn't have any white in its eye, so it's ultra cute. All of the Japanese kawaii characters have like big black eyes, right, with no white. That's what it is.
Rodents are the best. What you talking about? Have you seen capybaras?
They're a bit weird though. No, but yeah, though we have the cafe, the animal cafe here with capybaras.
Imnatakrazifia says it's a chuddy squirrel.
It's a chuddy squirrel.
Says, we don't. Rats can be trained to mark landmines and they are too light to trigger it.
I mean, you know I love my hamster so much, but I was always a little bit... its toes are going to come. I don't want the toe to come off. All its limbs and digits are going to come off. How do we strengthen this? I always...
Milkatima says not squirrels though, horrible creatures.
They're a bit aggro. I always felt I could never really work out if my hamster loved me. I thought it did. But then somebody told me that cats will eat their owners within an hour. And then I thought, would Jipper eat me if I died? And then after 1 hour, it's going to eat me? Maybe I can't. And you'd have to say cats are more affectionate and more kind of aware than a rodent. I could never work out if the hamster had any affection to me at all, or just I could not even exist and it wouldn't give a shit. But I feel prairie dogs love the owner. Like they snuggle, they come up to you, they're so cuddly. Well, at least on this one Instagram vid. But probably that's like a freak one that they're probably not usually like that. But you know you get one friendly one and then it feels very misrepresentative of what they're really like. Probably just some fucking mental menace in your house. I like one of those though.
Imnatakrazifia says hamsters are kinda mindless, they just stare into the void.
Yeah, I've always felt that. It's just when you're doing something, they don't really react to what you're doing. They do stare into the void. And if I put it on my hand, it will happily walk off to its death. It's the equivalent of jumping off a building from the distance from my hand to the floor. I was thinking, man, how do you survive in the wild if you're just walking off my hand? I used to let bogies just walk, like it would just try to walk off. They're really hardy though. If they do fall off something, they can. I think 1 or 2 times it kind of ran off my leg or something, and it's quite a big drop, but it was fine, luckily. But yeah, they're quite hardy. But prairie dogs feel way more intelligent than a hamster, but absolutely way more intelligent. Yeah. Dude, there's so much crazy news. I don't fucking know, bro. Virginia Democrats have done all kinds of other mad things. They've done a thing to make it more expensive to hire white people in the civil service.
Imnatakrazifio says they are dumb as hell but very tough. A hamster can kill a scorpion in a fight in the desert.
Can it? They're fucking cool. Virginia Democrat proposed a law banning the state government from ensuring non-profits are eligible to receive federal dollars that they're getting. Oh my lord. Virginia Democrats have introduced a bill that mandates children be taught inclusive history that includes every marginalized group on the planet.
651 says, LAters all have a blessed evening.
I don't mind this shit as long as it's not in education. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, all of this stuff should be, it's all available there online and parents can do it. But to put it as part of the curriculum, I just feel Democrats victimize certain groups who are not victims, but they want them to be victims because they want there to be division and conflict. And I don't even see them as marginalized, but they call them marginalized. And those groups disproportionately vote for the left. So I think that's all it is. Like, the more you put identity politics into education, who are, like, let's be honest, who are those people likely to vote for when they grow up? I just think that's all it comes down to. And that's why I disagree with it. Denmark would give the United States sovereignty over small pockets of Greenlandic land where the United States could build military bases. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Just a few bases. They're doing what they did to Japan in Greenland now. They're going to just cover it with bases because NATO ain't going to take care of it. Right. But let's not knock communism because Mamdani, the mayor of New York, is banning so-called junk fees at New York hotels, resort fees, surprise credit card holds, deposits, etc. New rule starts in a month. Hey, if communism works, I'm fucking ready, bruv. Give me the crayons, give me the potatoes. I'm going to do some potato painting in the autonomous zone of New York. I'm just going to do what I want, have fun, be creative. We're all going to support each other. We're all going to have fun. And I'm sure it's going to be great. I'll be the first one to praise it if it works. I promise you. Man, there's some I'm looking at mad stuff online. I just can't with X. It's such a relentless barrage. Reality is almost too much to deal with, man. This is fucking insane. I've got so many bookmarks on X. I actually don't know what to bookmark some things under. They're just, I got about 100 different categories. I'm looking at a graph of, what is this graph? Selected NATO countries' GDP and government spending from 1990 to the present day. Defense has remained constant. GDP has increased, but the expenditure on welfare has more than doubled, but military spending has remained the same.
X is a sewer stream with barely any filters. It's genuinely crazy the gems and constant spew of utter poo that can be found there.
It's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot. It's a lot. My stuff is ultra political. It's just because, yeah, it just is. That's what I've got for the algorithm. And I want to see it because it feels like the only place I can kind of find out what's going on, get a feel for it. It's more, it's like you say, it's messy. So, but that's human. Humans are messy. And I feel I can get a gist of what's happening, even though like most of it's kind of framed in a certain way, but it's not as nefarious as the legacy media. It's actual people doing a lot of it rather than, I don't know, this kind of funded thing. A lot of people do it just because they want to do it. But it's intense, man. It's a lot to look at any time of the day. There was a period of a couple of weeks in England I didn't look at it at all, and it's actually pretty fucking good. It's pretty good. Cannot lie. So I feel I should clean this apartment, and I don't think I should clean it on the stream. I could do. have to wait and see. I'm waiting for a message from someone. Animal fur is so warm. Sometimes I think about Jipper, the cat, and is she warm enough when it's cold? And her fur, like, fucking up. This is so fucking warm. If my body was covered with this, I'd be sweating. It doesn't matter what the weather would be. I'd be sweating. It's just the warmest thing. Isn't that amazing? That the best warmth comes from something that humans cannot produce. It doesn't matter how advanced technology is. Something that grows naturally is always going to be better than something synthetic. I think that's so cool. That is the kind of the inspiration behind so much science fiction. The fact that some animals can give you something you can't produce. So they're going to have these weird animals in science fiction on another planet that have something that you want, but they're probably it's fucking hard to get or it's dangerous to get. I think that's really cool. I think that's awesome. Man, I love this thing. I wonder how this animal was taken.
Says fur also keeps them cool.
Mate, this shit like this makes me just think there is a God, because it's just too. It's hard to fathom that was organic. Would you believe it? It keeps you cool and it keeps you warm. That's amazing. Milky, what games are we playing? Can you manage my whole gaming schedule, Milky, please? Pretty please.
Milkatima Kesting says it generally regulates their body temperature as well as their ears.
This is good. This pleases me. This pleases me. Oh my God. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go back to bed. I found a ton of chocolate over there. Someone gave it to me in end of November. I actually need to throw that out of this room. What do you mean? My IQ has shrunk, Milky, from over 10,000 to around. It's at most 70 right now.
Says the doubt.
But really, I can't. If I eat one more bad thing as of now, January 22nd, you can kiss goodbye to summer six pack. Kiss it goodbye. Last year, April the 1st to July the 1st, 3 months. It took me 5-6 weeks to recover from that hell training and diet. Everything was conflicting. I'm not doing that again. I weigh less at this point. I weigh less now than I did at the same point last year. But
1111X says, I'm trying to fill myself to exercise. I wish I had chocolate available in the house. Milkatima Kesting says post a proper video game list and I'll organize them based on most desirable.
I wasn't actually serious, Milky. I'd never trust you to organize my games. No, actually, I would. Well, I'll just tell you, because the stuff that's on my mind is obviously the ones that I really care about. I really want to play Faith. So those horror video games, definitely I'll find that terrifying. Faith 1, 2, and 3. Holy Diver. Because we're at the end. We don't want to let that disappear.
And you almost died.
I don't like... It was bad, dude. It honestly took me 5 or 6 weeks to feel I'm not severely lacking in an essential nutrient. Some people say you can do pure carnivore with no carbs. It's just a straight up lie. No one on earth, anyone who says they're doing that is lying. They're lying through their teeth. I've tried it. I've tried not eating any carbs, and after 3 weeks or especially 4, 5, 6, you start. I didn't want to think about it. I'm not going back there. It was a good learning experience, but I'm not doing that again. So hence, it has to start today. There's no tomorrow. There's no later. It's now. It's happening. It's now. It's occurring. So I need to throw that chocolate away. I've got a bunch of shit over there. Got a bunch of it. I'm not gonna lie, mate. The ramen last night was pretty good. It was dirty, but it was good. It's dirty but good. It's called Butayama. It's really close to me, and it's just I don't even think about it. It was good, but yeah.
Says a few days no carbs is a fast, but if you go weeks, you're just dying. Prime 1111X says, Play Master of Darkness on Master System, and pretend you're saving London from the Liberals.
What's that? Master of Darkness. Oh my god, this looks good. What's this? It looks like Castlevania. Oh, man, this is old.
Did you get a gift for the girl who took care of your house?
I got her a chocolate that said "Tickle My Pickle" from Marks and Spencer's. Was that enough? Dude, this game looks like... The box art is fucking hilarious. Dude, it's got a crucifix on it. And it's got a man in a suit holding a cutlass, and he's... The box art is fucking excellent. There's crucifixes everywhere. It's a huge... It's basically Dracula. It's a gothic illustration using medieval art style. Medieval...
It's a Sega Castlevania 4 clone.
Is it good? So it's a medieval castle, which is what Gothic became later on, when it became like a... what is it? Gothic became an aesthetic and a style representing something that's kind of antiquated and like barbaric. It's got one of those medieval castles, but with the Gothic spires.
I was gonna say you can just give her all the chocolate you can't eat, lol.
I ate some of it.
It's not enough, lol. What is wrong with you, lol?
What's not enough? I do this every year. I bring a bunch of chocolate back and I just eat all the gifts. I basically ate it all. There's one I can't eat because I have to give it to someone. But so the Gothic castle, and then Dracula's there, and his cape is taking up 2/3 of the screen. The inside of his cape is all orange, and lightning's coming out of his hands, and there's all these demons in a vortex inside his cape. It's actually very, very cool. Master of Darkness. It's Castlevania, but the man is wearing a suit. A suit. Actually, is this any good? It looks... I don't know. Hardcore Gaming 101. This looks very punishing. Is this any good? So, Prime seems to know a lot of kind of...
Milkatima Kesting says, Gothic and medieval are not the same thing.
Well, they kind of are. I was reading, because I didn't know what Gothic actually meant. I kind of know what it means from feeling, but not being able to explain. And it came from like an ethnicity of people called the Goths, and they died out. But then later on, there was I can't remember what it was, but I think it was it's some kind of stylistic movement, and it was called Gothic. No, it was stories like Frankenstein, and it's themes of horror and like oppressive shit. But it came from, they said it was Gothic because it relates to the Goths.
It's a religious thing.
Oh, it's not a race, it's like a religion. But there were people who were called Goths. And so it was medieval times. And then hundreds of years later, when they called this literary style, which includes Frankenstein and Dracula.
Is a later part of medieval, but there's other medieval eras.
Yeah.
Steampunk.
And then they call it Gothic because Gothic meant like barbaric and old. So it's old, and it's like the old hard times. And that's basically the theme. So it became a kind of style, right? With monsters.
Brad is not helping. Imnatakrazifia says very true, Milky. Bradw says, Brothers Grimm.
So it has monsters in, and it's dark, and it has the...
You go from London to Dracula's castle, town, mansion, graveyard. You play as some guy named Dr. Social, hence why he's wearing a suit. He smacks everyone around with a hammer and axe.
But that sounds like it has everything, right? That's the complete aesthetic, which is Victorian England, because somehow that got involved in Gothic as well. But I guess it's because the Gothic architecture is still there. But it's medieval architecture, and it has the I don't know I really wish my memory was better, but it has the pointed... What is it called? It's pointed. It has the pointed stuff, and then somehow that became like... Then all the monsters related with that, Frankenstein and Dracula. Then you have Victorian England, and they kind of integrate so well. But I think it's because that architecture kind of remained.
Badger says, Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. I was born on her birthday. Lucky.
Nice, Badger. Nice. Very nice. Da, 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 da. Okay. So I'm already looking forward to eating something tonight, and it's going to be meat.
WR says, is goth and emo the same?
I don't think so. But I think emo like gothic stuff.
Says it's actually the architecture bit I'm caught up on. Romanesque is not going to be the same as gothic. Imnatakrazifiour says that's fighting words, Brad.
Goth and emo is definitely not the same. Emo is emotional, right? It's kind of a, it's a state of mind, and all the music like came from an outgrowth of that. Elder emo. I saw someone use that term the other day. Elder emo. Waiting for a message.
Says goth and emo are similar but not even close at the same time. It also comes down to architecture. Crime 1111X says, play Master of Darkness like Ninja Gaiden. Everyone else who don't gets overwhelmed and confused thinking it's harder than Castlevania lol.
So it's not harder. Prime, was it you who recommended Adventure Island? Was that you? Or was that... I get you confused, forgive me. But you started chatting to us at the same time as someone else who was like, who came through the Holy Diver playthrough. Dude, Holy Diver is so fucking hard. We couldn't even finish it in London. Yeah, I had to wait because I'm earmarking a good 12 hours for when we do the last level. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Was it you who was talking about that game, Adventure Island? Which was Wonder Boy, right? It's by Hudson. Was it Hudson Soft or something like that? I wonder if that's an arcade. Because man, imagine how many coins you'd have to put in to finish that. Mate, it's fucking freezing.
Says that one spot you got stuck on for like an hour. Oh my god, I could not have had that patience.
What spot? I mean, I think it was longer than an hour. That
1111X says it might be Joe. I would say Wonder Boy on Master System or New Adventure Island on TurboGrafx 16.
Yeah, that was Joe. So yeah, by playing these games, you just open up a can of worms because you think, okay, when I do Holy Diver, I don't need to play any other games. I've proved myself. I've done the hardest one. But then he said he thinks Adventure Island is as hard or harder. So I went down the rabbit hole a bit on Reddit, the Reddit hole. And yeah, people, the way people talk about Adventure Island is it's just traumatic.
Crime 1111X says, yes, it came out in the arcade as Sega Wonder Boy.
Well, that would explain why it's so fucking difficult then. Because some of the games, as you know, obviously, they were made hard to stop people not buying the game and renting it and then finishing it. So they made it so you spend as much money as possible. It's not really designed for the home console. It's mad that.
Says please don't ever say Reddit hole again.
Sorry. Yeah, so people saying on Reddit Adventure Island is insane. People talking about World 8-2, man, World 8-3, that spider at the end. How are you supposed to make that jump? It's impossible. So there's a cheat code, you get more lives, I think, or infinite continues. That I never really play games with finite continues. They're just the hardest ones by far. And I guess all the people who finished that used that. I can't imagine anyone would do that with a certain amount of lives. But if we do it, we have to do it that way. And that's why I don't want to play Contra, because nobody's finished that with just the 3 lives that you start with, right? Nobody is doing that, right?
Imnatakrazifiour says, Reddit is the cringe magnet of the entire planet. The less time spent there, the better.
Right, I totally feel that. But for general information, I feel it's useful for me because I again, you get a general picture, but it's so political, and it's not even really. It's a platform for everything supposedly, but it's so unbelievably politically biased. I go on there and like the hate that Joe Rogan gets, it's just what people. Joe Rogan is so fucking. He's pretty fucking centrist. I mean, he supported Trump in the end, but he only came out right at the end.
Video game protagonists were just lil guys.
He only came out right at the end and said, "Look, I just support this because he didn't like the open borders. That's why he did it." He always said he wouldn't have Trump on his show. People talk about him like Joe Rogan's Hitler and all this stuff. They hate him so much. Oh God.
Read Disney is removing sequel trilogy from their parks. I sensed decanonization in the future.
Yeah, that was fun. Man, I can't do anything. Should I be doing something? I should be walking around doing something. How have I destroyed my apartment in such a short space of time?
Crime 1111X says 82 or 83 has an impossible jump. Might had to get the skateboard for speed and spam the throwing axe. Milkatina Testing says, already, just start replacing it with the original extended universe stuff.
That's what I read, and people said if you don't get a certain power up, you're fucked. You cannot do it.
It can't be real, has to be a bunch of bots talking to each other.
Man, it's still.
Testing says, I just want Kyle Katarn acknowledgement. Is that so hard?
Okay, I feel I need to do something. Fucking tired, but I just had 2 coffees, so I should just start cleaning. That's what I should do. Definitely should start doing that. What else am I gonna do? It's so cold. Apparently, on the day I got back to Japan, a freeze was coming. It wasn't that cold until I got back, and actually, I was walking around England and thinking, it's not, bro. It's 0 degrees right now. Do you know what? Oh God.
111X says, it's a flaw in the game's programming.
I always said England's colder than Japan.
Testing says you should probably clean.
Yeah, right. Dude, London, 10 degrees. Okay? Like the next few days. Now, let me give you the weather in Tokyo for the next 10 days. Today, 0. Tomorrow, -2. 0, 0, 0, 2, 3, 2, 0, 1. I am totally fucked. How did this happen, cuzzy? How did this happen? Feels like -4. Wind is making it feel colder. How did this happen, cuzzy? Oh no, dude. That's not what I want. Man, okay. Fine. That's the coldest I've ever fucking seen it over a 10-day stretch in 17 years. That's insane. And you know what that means? It's going to snow at some point, which is, you don't want that in the city. It's going to snow.
Says we're getting snow this weekend. Kids first. I'm excited if it's not slush. We'll post snowmen.
Nice. Your kids are going to love that. What are you going to do with them? You got some space out there, right? Because you got animals. Oh my God, dude. Right, I'm going to go away and I'm going to clean. Because that's what I should do. And then I think today's going to be, it's going to be insanely busy.
Says 1 acre.
Here's a couple of acres. Tomorrow we game.
Says you ever considered bumping fists with PewDiePie? He's getting way too much negative attention from the kids and just wants to be left alone. I feel like he's getting the level. Milkatima Kesting says it's mostly trees. Thirdispley said Budger says ugh snow.
I mean, I haven't considered bumping fists with PewDiePie. Is he still out here? So I take it he's got enough money. He's basically set up for life. And he went the kind of traditional family route. I don't actually know what he's up to, but What does he still stream? What's he even doing? Is he doing a vlog or something? I mean, I should just go around Japan vlogging, but I don't want to do it.
He's got a kid now.
Right. I saw that. Is he still streaming? What does he do? I should go.
Testing says he's an artist now. It's sickening how good he got.
Really? What kind of artist? That's mental. Milky jealous as a fellow artist. Tinge of jealousy.
Trees are overrated.
I don't know, bro. Are they? Good for a few minutes. I'm looking at a bunch of trees on my desktop. I don't want to vlog in Japan because I live here and I don't want to turn it into something I want to catalog. I don't know, but I know people want to see it, but I don't want to show it. I show a little bit.
Says, well, now I feel the urge to defend my trees.
There's definitely no. Okay, I don't know what to do with myself. Okay, well, we got up and running.
If says try psychedelics, Brad, you will never say that again.
I'm pretty sure Brad has dabbled. He definitely has. I'd be amazed if he hasn't. Have you, Brad? Yeah. Okay, everyone. I think I'm just going to go and clean my room. It feels like the right thing to do. Ah, man, don't eat the chocolate. Don't eat the chocolate. Don't eat the chocolate. Don't eat the chocolate. Don't eat the chocolate.
Testing says stay away from pharmacia, Brad. Jesus loves you.
Don't eat it. Right? Don't eat it. I should throw it in the trash.
Testing says all right, good luck. Take care, y'all.
Take care, Milkster. Take care. Appreciate you all just dropping by, keeping me company. Back in Japan, lone wolf.
Imnatakrazifia says resist the green or no six-pack.
Exactly. Those are the words that I needed to hear. Okay. That's how we do it.
Bradw says, bro, I don't even know if anyone here is real, lol.
I'm so leaning into this. Everything's a simulation. Things happen all the time. I've spoken to some people about this and they just said it seems totally understandable what's happening. I don't feel so. All the time I'm seeing shit and I feel this cannot be real. Human beings can't be doing this shit.
Third display said, but just says lol, exactly, Brad.
I don't know. And then some religious people are really, really against that idea. It just seems, all I'm saying is it seems more probable day by day.
Johnny, everyone.
See you later. I have a quite good memory of actually playing Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. We had a funny stream. Do you remember that? It was the Badger. It was Brad. We were talking about funny shit. We got to get back into the gaming. So I'll be here tomorrow basically, and it's going to be Holy Diver. We're just going to finish that. Then it's going to be Bloodborne. Then we go Resident Evil. That's going to be fun. Resident Evil 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what we're going to do. Nightreign, I mean, that's in the mix somewhere. Are we going to do that? We have to do that at some point. We will do that too. Okay.
Says, good night, guys. Stay safe.
Likewise, my friend. Great to see you all, yeah? We'll be back tomorrow. Cheers!